May 7th.
I love it.
That's
Good
crazy.
job.
That's
Good job,
crazy.
man.
And I'm really actually I'm glad we were recording on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good.
Guys, welcome
I
to the
love it.
Valleycast. Look at us. Look at us four boys up here. Look at it. It's a goddamn, you know what it is? It's a goddamn bone show today.
Whoa!
We're all stars now in the
The
bone
Bone
show.
Guys, welcome back to the Valleycast. Joe Beretta is
Hey.
here.
Hey.
Last
He's
week
back.
it was pandemonium, chaos. Some would say, if you leave the three children alone, it gets a little wacky.
Did you guys get a little wacky?
Well, it got a little
would say it was
wacky.
I'd actually say it was subversive and boundary pushing myself, but that's just me. I felt like we
Wow.
were kind of.
I mean, I didn't say it
breaking the
wasn't.
mold. I would say.
Hold up. I was just walking around Disneyland with my wife, and I stopped and I said, "Hey, did you feel that?" And she was like, "What?" And I said, I felt like somebody just changed the game. Did you guys change the game when I was gone?
I don't think we changed the game.
Yeah, we did.
I would have to say.
I think, guys, I did pay the $250 for us to be in the streamies, just our names in there.
Yeah.
But I think we'll win one. From
Absolutely.
last week's episode.
Wow.
A
Game
streamy for most game-changing
Changed.
podcast. What was game-changing is that the game was not the same.
Mm.
It was a different game.
Wow. So it's like not the same game.
It wasn't
It's
the
not
same game.
We changed it.
We changed it.
So wait, are you guys telling me that if I left my apartment right now to go play the game that I usually play, I would
luck.
look like an asshole because
Yeah,
it's
because
been
it's
changed?
changed. It's been
Like,
changed.
Yeah. You know, Joe, you listen to all the episodes after they go live.
Yeah.
I
Every
thought you were
time.
gonna say that you were listening to it at Disneyland.
Yeah, you know you listen
babe,
to it at
hold on,
Disneyland.
Babe,
Hang on,
shush.
Can I
Babe,
get? Can I
shush,
have a
babe.
hot 45
Babe,
while I
Check
just
this.
put in these AirPods?
Guys, speaking of, I kicked the shit out of Disneyland.
You sure did, dude.
It sounds
I'm
the
really
great.
shit out of it.
excited to hear about this. So
Yeah,
you went
yeah.
on a no children Disneyland trip.
It was our 10-year anniversary.
Best
We
kind.
were like,
Yeah.
screw it, let's go to Disneyland, and we did. And we dude, we hacked it. We hacked Disneyland, and we got the Genie Pass, Which-
Did? Okay, good.
which still a surprising amount of people don't get.
yeah.
Which I don't understand why other than you're already paying so much for Disneyland, pay that extra $25 so you don't have to
Yeah.
stand in a 90-minute line.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't work for every ride though.
No, that's a little
That's the
annoying, by
kicker.
the way.
That's the kicker. That's the only kicker. But yeah, it's pretty good.
So we had that fast pass, but then we were like, you know what? Screw it. We never do this. And we went and got a disability pass for Heather for her cancer. And
yeah.
we had a double fast pass situation going on. Whoo,
Damn.
baby.
Shabam.
Double fast pass.
Yeah.
And I put my little penny pinching ass to the side because it was the 10-year anniversary. And I
I
was
love
like,
it.
and I was like, babe, I know we just paid for the Genie Pass, but guess what? I'm going to pay that extra $25 each to do the
Lightning.
Rise of the Resistance fast line.
Lightning lane, baby.
Oh, well, for that ride, you've never done
We
it.
had-
You gotta.
We had 3 fast passes going on at once.
Oh,
shit.
dude. What were you, the king of Disney? Would they give you the keys?
Dude.
Did you enjoy Rise of the Resistance? What I consider to be the greatest theme park ride ever.
I did enjoy it a lot. It was a 10 out of 10. It was a 10 out of 10.
Okay,
It's
but
10 out
you
of 10.
didn't
However-
sound like a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Oh, no, it was definitely a 10 out of 10. I went
Okay.
in thinking it was going to be a 20 out of 10. I thought it was like,
Ah.
from what I'd
Oh.
heard of people, the hyperbole was so high that I thought it was
Yeah.
a brand new, never before experienced type of like technological marvel. but it's basically like the Transformers ride at Universal, but times 100. It's a cool theme park ride where you're moving around and you're seeing screens and but the scale of it is insane.
I would say that
same.
I'm actually holding back tears and I'm angry.
That's me too. And
I mean,
this is why you should. I don't mean in theme. You should stayed in fucking Disney.
I don't mean in theme.
I'm crying. Here goes a cry. I'm crying.
Guys.
Hello Fresh is a meal kit that you can.
Thank you.
No.
I don't mean in theme.
No, I hear what you're saying. Like the ride, I hear what you're saying. Like the actual.
That's what I hear.
Once you sit in the cars, you're okay,
you've done this.
It's like the Transformers ride on acid.
But the distance traveled, the actual distance traveled in that little pod is insane.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta tell. Like, I think that the aspects of that ride that are the most mind blowing kind of happen before you even get into the car.
Yeah. When you open up into like the airplane hangar size.
Yeah. Because when you're like outside and it's daytime and you're in this like rocky terrain and then you get into the transport ship and then the next thing you know, like that's moving too. And then the next thing you know, you're like on a Star Destroyer in space and you're like, whoa,
But you're not on a ride anymore. You're walking around now in it. You're walking through this.
Yeah, and then all the cast members are in character. They're like mean to you, kind of.
Yeah, that was the highlight. The highlight, like immersive moment for us was Heather and I were standing in line, and they put you in these little like lines for what pod you're going to be in, and they have a bunch of like Empire captains or generals walking around. Yeah. And one of them walks by us and she stops. She's like this petite little thing. She's like 5'2", but she's in costume. She's in complete character. She walks by us. Then she stops. She turns her head. She looks at us. And she sees our 10 years buttons. They gave us buttons for our 10-year anniversary. She looks at them and she goes, 10-year anniversary, huh? And we go, yeah, it's our 10-year. And then she just stares at us for 10 seconds. And she goes, nobody cares, and walks away.
I was hoping
Isn't that fun?
I was hoping they're gonna look at you and go, Barats and Beretta.
I like that they have fun in there. They get to play around and have fun, and the thing I don't like about that guests always ruin the experience. They find a way to ruin the experience. But
the ones that like have to prove that it's a show, like they have to be like, I know it's not. I remember when I used to be a close friend of Goofy, and the worst people in the world were the adults who would come up and be like, is it hot in there? I mean, you must be so hot in there.
And they think it's so funny.
And they just like they had to be like, I know that you're not an animated character.
Yeah. And I know that you're doing a job. This is a job, and you're not really happy to be here.
Yeah.
The only thing that took us out of the entire experience is, for you listening, we'll try to describe it best, but at the beginning of it, like Steve was saying, you walk into a holding area, and this holding area is a transport ship that there's screens and stuff, and it's like Admiral Akbar's driving it, and you are in space, theoretically, and you get tractor beamed into the Star Destroyer. And they kind of like move you around and jiggle it to try to make it feel like I was totally taken out of it because you go in and you would probably be pretty securely strapped into that type of situation if you were on a real ship. I have next to me a lady in a wheelchair holding on to nothing. And then to the right of me, I have a big ass, like it was like a Great Dane service dog that they let come on the ride. So I'm like, we're not moving.
Yeah, that makes it right. You're like, they're not gonna. There is a little bit of motion. I don't know if you feel it, and maybe some of it is also kind of your mind. And
it's just minuscule,
But there's
really
very tiny, like back and forward kind of.
You get more movement on like a shuttle tram at like an airport
for sure.
Than you do at
like getting from the parking lot. Yeah.
I highly recommend. Beyond fun, when you walk into the hangar and there's 30 stormtroopers there, you're like, what the hell?
That's the best. That's my favorite.
But then they do it again with the scale and the size when you're in the pod thing driving around the Star Destroyer, and you go under the walkers, and it's
So
like
cool.
5 stories
It's
high.
like actual size, and you're like, damn, we've only ever seen these things in Star Wars, and now here they are in real life, and we're around them.
Yep.
That's fucking
Very-
cool.
Driving around them. Yeah.
Very fun. My only controversial take on all of the new rides in the Star Wars area and the Star Wars land, because the Star Wars land was also just incredibly
Yeah, that's the
immersive
first
and
time
cool.
you've ever done any of it.
Yeah.
God damn.
Again, like Cars Land, you're just immersed. It's awesome. I'm not a huge fan of the Millennium Falcon ride.
No.
Oh, I agree.
You're not
It's a little
alone.
boring.
You're not alone.
You're not alone. I don't think it's in the best shape right now. And also, by now, we should have had the multiple random missions, so it's not still that same fucking coaxium one that you have to do.
Yeah.
But what role did you get?
Heather and I were drivers, and
That's fun.
I don't
That's
think
good.
Heather did not realize that she was the up and down directional person until after the ride, and I told her.
Whoa.
And I didn't realize that I was the horizontal access driving person until like
But that means Heather got the-
halfway through. You know,
Heather got the light
To
speed.
pull
then,
light
didn't she?
speed. Yeah, the light speed.
yeah, they don't tell you any of that though. So if you're
It just
you're,
goes.
if you're a first time person on that ride and you're like you're supposed to drive or you're supposed to like hit the light
best
speed.
part.
Yeah, and there's people behind you that are on the ride and are going for a high score. They get not happy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I,
Drive! Why did you drive?
I only did that
You know
ride
what-
once, and it
Yeah.
was ruined by my wife, who screamed so loud the whole time because we were the engineers in the back that had to hit the button. Just all we had to do was hit the button over and over again, and she the whole time was like, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" And like everyone on the ride was like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god!"
I can only imagine. Kevin and I went on that
Dude,
ride.
I mean,
Just ruined it.
We had a real fun
well,
time.
we had the whole train to ourselves. So
we
that,
did.
Oh, fun! So you're like bouncing around.
We're
doing
in
all-
there screaming.
And we just imagine the workers sitting outside.
Pods. Like, you know, how people are like in another room doing Millennium Falcon too. You can probably
damn.
hear us in there.
Wow, you guys went on a
We were
day.
so-
How'd you get your own damn pod?
Well, it wasn't just us
There was
two,
enough
it was
of
our
us.
group.
There was
okay.
enough
Our
of
group.
us. Yeah, we went with a big group.
Yeah.
But we were like screaming because you know that there's a part where
But
you
me and
have-
Steve were the pilots, so
we were going bonkers in there.
Can I show
There's
you
a
guys-
part
oh,
there's a part where you have to like follow. Hold your horses, Elliot. There's a
bad.
part where you have to follow this like tram. Like, you remember that part, Joe, where you're like following this like
Yeah.
train?
Yeah,
you're
we couldn't
chasing the
catch up to it
coaxium.
because we were hitting everything.
bad,
just-
bad at it.
At
yeah.
one point, as soon as that happened, we just started chanting, "Follow the train, follow 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 the train,"
screaming it.
until we got off the ride.
the ride.
We didn't stop saying "follow the train." We were off the ride waiting for our
Walking.
friends, walking out of it. Follow the train, follow the train, follow the train, follow the train. It was like,
Man,
Man,
I can
it does
only
make me-
imagine.
It makes me thankful that I like the way that me and Joe do it, where we take our partners and we're not in that group.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it did sound like you guys had fun though. I think some people had more fun in that scenario.
But just like all the other Disney things, it's like the immersive stuff before it. The fact that you're in like just like the hanging out on the Millennium Falcon where they were playing the hollow like chess game, like it's really cool. The waiting
That's
area
cool,
and stuff
really.
like that,
Yeah.
super dope.
It's
And
supposed
then
to feel like you're going into an airport too, like at one point, like
Mm-hmm.
you're in the little like thing that goes into the plane.
Yep. And then we got we are officially one of the last sets of humans that have got to ride Splash Mountain before Splash Mountain
Dude,
changed.
that's so
Isn't that crazy?
crazy.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I'm
That's
glad we
so
did
crazy.
because it's a super cool reminder of it's a dope ride.
Yeah.
The
It's a really
animatronics,
cool ride.
the storytelling in it, like
Yep.
it's not afraid to go super dark. Like it's really, really, really good. So
Yep.
glad
I
I did
ended
it.
up
I love
kind of
that ride.
going down a rabbit hole with Splash Mountain because I've always loved Splash Mountain and being able to go back on it one last time before it goes bye-byes was really awesome. But I think a lot about how that ride builds a tension that's like so
Yep.
legitimately like maybe the scariest ride at Disneyland.
Yeah, it gets dark.
It gets dark, and it's like, you've got all those animatronics in your face, and they're all like, they're laughing at you, and they're like, you're gonna go to the laughing place, you're gonna die, like at one point. And it's like, this is insane. It's the only ride that's scaring you the whole time and building up to that giant drop at the end.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, don't they say bye-bye, too? For some reason,
totally
that creeps me out. Yeah. Bye-bye.
I think there's even a part where Brer Fox says, we're going to skin him alive or something.
Dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, like, brings you to literal hell.
Yeah, you go to hell.
But the Splash Mountain makes you feel like you're in hell.
Or going to hell. Yeah.
It's an overload of, like, happiness and tension and, like... It's weird. There's something weird about it. They'll never really replicate that feeling, I feel like. Like, that new Princess and the Frog ride is probably going to be tight and, like, have a bunch of cool,
I am
technological...
excited for that.
Yeah, me too. At this point, it's like, all right, Splash has had its
something
day.
New. Yeah.
There's plenty of archival footage of it if you want to see it.
It's not the first reskin of a ride in Disney history either. But
it is controversial, though, happening at a time where social media is very...
There's still gonna be a lot of darkness in it, I think. I bet you they really lean into the voodoo angle.
They got it,
of the ride. And also, speaking of the internet and the cancer culture version of it, I don't know if you guys know, but it went down to a vote, and it was almost like split right down the middle. It was going to be Princess and the Frog or the new version of Sonic. And they went with Princess and the Frog instead of the new version of Sonic.
Really? You mean ugly Sonic? You talking about ugly Sonic?
Yeah.
Did you see this picture that Elliot just sent us?
I just saw it. Yeah.
It's
what's
whoa, it's weird. What is it?
I can't really share
it's
it.
Very hard to see it. You should look
photo.
At
it. That Tay Zonde?
It's in your
There's
photo.
A lot of
Joe.
Some people that shouldn't be around anymore.
Yes.
Was this a VidCon thing?
Colleen, it is at the YouTube space. Joe and I went to do the YouTube challenge many years ago. Tyler Oakley is going through. That's Tyler Oakley in the middle. He looks like a little demon.
I see Olga K. Dude, Alex Wasabi.
Yep.
I see Alex Wasabi.
Luke Baratz is in the back there.
Luke Baratz.
Where's Toby Turner?
Rhett Link. I see Rhett Link.
Yeah, Rhett Link's there.
It was Rhett and Link's.
I see Rhett Link.
Yeah, we'll have to. I remember that. That was a weird day.
Who's this?
That was a super
weird day.
Who's that?
Is that guy? What is that guy?
What is him?
What is him?
I thought you'd
That's
get a kick out of that, Joe.
Mike Falzone.
What is him?
Mike Falzone.
Is Mamrie in there?
Yes, she is.
Yep.
Where? Oh, back
Mamie's
there.
next to Luke. Who's this?
I thought it was Bree at first, but it's not.
No idea.
Oh, YouTubers.
Fun times. Anyways,
Shir Lazar.
A nice little bow on the Disneyland experience. No, Jax, you have to have breakfast. You're not having Cheetos. It was fun. It's good. Being able to we went on so many rides. A lot of good fun stuff.
What was your favorite? What were your top 3?
Well, I'm also curious how about
go ahead.
I want to know, did Heather dig all of it a lot too?
Yeah. I mean, it's a kind of her, it's her happy place. She loves Disneyland.
Okay, fuck
and she's probably slept for a week and has been in immense pain since, but she didn't stop. There was
good.
Hell yeah.
Wow, she
was
happy.
Dude, she went there was no slowing down, and we went on. We were park hopping. We went back and forth. We did everything. Fun? We stayed. We stayed from
and it was
all the way through World of Color, second show.
Nice. It was nice without the kids. What was that experience like? When was the last time you even went to Disneyland without the kids?
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time. It was really good.
Did you guys make out?
No, but we should have.
Did you enjoy the food, Joe? You've had polarizing opinions.
That was going to be my biggest question because, when you weren't here last week, Joe,
I don't know if you remember
mentioned that you're such a curmudgeon when it comes to the food at Disneyland.
Well, I'm about to get more. curmudgeon-y.
So you still feel the same way.
Let's go.
Yeah, no,
Nothing
I'm in a worse place because back in the day, you used to walk up to the Dole Whip, the only thing worth getting, and you would go, "Yo, I want one Dole Whip, pineapple Dole Whip."
And they go, "Here you
Now
go,
they-
sir."
And they go, "Here you go, sir."
$3.95.
And you're like, "This is dope." But now you walk up and you go, "Yo, I want 2 pineapple Dole Whips for me and my lady. It's our 10-year." And they go, sorry, we don't let you order by walking up. You need to order on the app." And then you go,
yeah.
"Oh, okay." And then you go to the app and you're like, "Okay, I'll order on the app." And the app tells you it'll be ready in an hour.
Yeah. Well, listen, Joe.
They gotta cut the pineapples and they gotta mix it with the ice.
Listen,
No,
listen, this is here. What we're seeing happening is Disneyland is becoming completely filled to the brim. Like, people go, you'll never find like a not busy day. It's like a very crowded, very like everybody wants to go have a good time at Disneyland every single day. So, they've had to kind of like, they've had to alter how convenient it used to be because there's too many people now.
There's a middle ground. I was there.
Here's what they did, Joe.
They could have given me my damn Dole Whip. They could have given it to me.
I agree,
That's
but here's what you had to do. The old Dole Whip zone is no longer where you go to get Dole Whips.
That's true.
Now you go around the corner to this
right
thing
next to
to
where
the Jungle
Aladdin's
Cruise,
things used to be. Yeah.
and you just walk right in and you buy a Dole Whip.
It's just a line.
It's
Is
a
it
little bit of a line sometimes.
Is a fresh Dole Whip?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. You
And
see
it-
them do it.
Yeah, it's like a little terrace, and they've also got different flavors now.
Yeah, that's
They've
what I
got
thought you
little,
were gonna
like-
say. Was that you were like, I want one Dole Whip, and they're like,
Yeah.
which flavor do you want
No.
out of our
We-
6 different flavors?
Yeah.
We ate like we were so committed to getting on so many rides that we just ate like diabetic little children. We
No,
ate
you got it. Yeah,
candy and
totally.
popcorn. We didn't sit down for any meals. We just went to town.
That's totally the way to do it now, I think, too. You just grab a corn dog at the corn dog cart or a churro, and then you just ride.
It's nice to end on a dinner or something like
Yeah.
that.
Blue Bayou
that's
is really
nice.
great. So even with
Blue
when
Bayou's
we were
nice.
there,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
and it's really cool
went
if you
on
run
the,
into the guy that you yelled at and got drunk at in line the day before at California, and he sits right next.
Very good. Ooh. Went on Soarin'. Soarin's great. And then I went on the.
Oh, and Soarin' over California is back right now, right?
This was a world one. We were
It
on
was
the world.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
maybe it's
Soarin'.
We
great.
went on the Incredicoaster for the first time, and that is a perfect roller coaster.
You like
It's a
that?
fun one.
I think I didn't do that.
I hear great
That's a
things about
rework.
it. Smells like cookies and stuff.
You don't feel any jiggle.
It's just
Yeah, it's
smooth.
smooth.
yeah.
It's the smoothest ride I've ever been on. It was crazy.
Joe, did you think that Splash Mountain was kind of a rough ride?
Yeah.
It's crazy how rough it is.
Yeah.
You're like bonking into everything.
Yeah.
I was really surprised how many times you bonk into the sides of the track.
Well, it's like it's being like the
like a
machinery of
toilet,
it is like an old school, like it's all cogs from like an old clock from the 1500s.
It's like a mill, like an
Yeah.
old mill.
Yeah.
They turned into a ride.
Yeah, to the point where like Heather was like, "Ow, oh,
Yeah, dude, totally. There was a part where we bonked and we were like, "What the fuck?" That's like that's not.
Yeah,
that
it
should
feels
be part of the
personal.
experience.
Sometimes it feels like they like took you in.
Oh, by the way, did you see that the Earl of Sandwich is reopened at the downtown Disney?
At
You didn't see that?
downtown.
Yeah, like and it's close. It's right by the entrance of the park, so you could just get yourself.
Oh,
so if
it's
you didn't
there
like the
now.
food at Disneyland, go grab yourself a delicious Thanksgiving sandwich from Earl of Sandwich. Not sponsored.
But
Four
speaking
guys.
of sponsors, here we go, guys.
Whoa.
You,
Whoa!
you,
Whoa!
Me?
you, and you, and you, and you, and every other collective you out there. You are not your 9 to 5. Join Skillshare to work on yourself, learn new skills, jumpstart your journey to a new and more fulfilling you. And guess what? Spoiler: we're going to give you 1 month free. So stay tuned, lovers. Skillshare. Lovers. I mean, yeah. Skillshare provides an opportunity for you to dictate how you want your future career path to go by offering up all sorts of new skills to discover so you can level up your you game. By now, most of you, and you, know that Skillshare offers up classes on things like video editing and photography, but they are also teaming with hundreds of career-focused courses that allow you to take the steps necessary to evolve your professional game. Changing your life plan or path may seem daunting, but you can start small, bucko, and pick up a class on time management to better focus that productivity, like I did. No goal is too small, and everyone can have a different focus when joining Skillshare. Personally, for me, I'm focusing on becoming a better manager of people, and in order to do that, I got to work on myself first. So I jumped into courses on productivity and time management classes because I suck at that. I suck at it real bad. Is that your W? That's your taxes?
Yes!
If I'm going to manage other people's time, I got to start with me. So I checked out Jacob Lamb's courses, and they focused on the concept of creating morning routines, but keeping them malleable through tiny changes like switching up the room you enjoy your coffee in to avoid ruts and burnout, and I found that incredibly helpful and insightful. And as a Skillshare side hustle, I also explored courses on silencing my inner critic in an attempt to destroy that imposter syndrome goblin living in my head.
Yes!
Because that guy sucks, but you also have to play and find hobbies, so why not take a guitar or DJ mixing class on the side? It's all on Skillshare, baby! So now, I highly suggest you take this opportunity and take greater control of your career and creative path. And the Valleyfolk are hooking you up. The first 1,000 people to use the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, and you can use it however you want.
Yeah!
Chase those professional goals on your own terms and redefine the way you do work, baby. Again, 1 month free to explore the entire Skillshare library for free on us. Just click that link in the description, become a member, and redefine your professional path.
Yeah!
Love it.
Do it!
Very nice.
Thank you,
Joe.
Skillshare.
Thank you, Skillshare. That was really great, Skillshare. Can I share
That was
something?
wonderful, Joe. Very professional.
Will you, please?
Well, you guys may or may not know this, but my kitchen has been completely ripped out, and I won't have one for a really long time. So I have to eventually
heard
get
about
out
this.
of town. It's pretty exciting
You
stuff.
mentioned it briefly last week.
It's pretty interesting, but you know, it's brought up a lot of memories that made me really thankful for when I did have a kitchen. In fact, one of my favorite things to do in that kitchen was to cook HelloFresh meals. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trials to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make some home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit, guys. Yeah, and also they give you these little meatloaf pie things that are really good, and they'll send you little desserts as well as little cheesecakes and cute little personal cheesecakes. HelloFresh does more than just delicious dinners too. Yeah, not only can you take your pick from 40 weekly recipes, but you can choose from over 100 items to round out your order, from snacks and easy lunches to desserts like I just mentioned, and pantry necessities. Everything arrives in one box, and on delivery day you choose, so it's extra convenient. With the spring sunshine is calling your name, don't call for takeout. Get HelloFresh instead. Use that kitchen that you have. Their quick and easy meals make feeding the family a cinch and without a high price tag. Their new fast and fresh options are also ready in just 15 minutes or less. How do I know this? Well, because I use it, and you should too. So, if you want to, all you have to do is go to hellofresh.com/valleycast16 and use code valleycast16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. That's right. Use code hellofresh.com/valleycast16 and use code valleycast16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. And also, it's America's #1 meal kit. And as Joe and I were talking about, it is our favorite sponsor, basically, that is not clothing based. So thank you to HelloFresh.
Yeah! Nice, dude.
That's a twofer. I highly suggest all of you do the Skillshare and do the HelloFresh because they nice.
Well, let's I want to reiterate what you said, Joe, because I think this is very funny. Only the first 1,000 people that sign up for Skillshare. So
get on it.
Get hurry.
Quick.
I mean, dude,
it.
that's
Quick.
it's gonna fly at it. It's gonna fly off the shelves, dude.
They're gonna need more bandwidth.
Sorry, guys, I gotta answer. Hello?
the most obnoxious fucking phone ringer on the planet.
Can I tell you guys something I did? The other day, I went to go see the Blue Man Group do the Blue album, the Weezer Blue album.
I bet that was so much fun.
How was it?
It was so stupid and fun. Elliot, have you heard of the Weezer cover band where it's a bunch of old guys and they're called Geezer?
Yep.
So the lead singer of Geezer came to the show and did a song with the Blue Man group, the Blue Album Blue Man group. But it was essentially my friend Chalky who plays the bass, and it was his birthday, and he set up this like bonkers show at a little like room in a bowling alley. And it was like, have you guys ever heard of Fishbone?
Mm-mm.
There's a band called Fishbone, and there was like a guy.
Yeah,
You know
they
about
had a
oh,
good
Kevin
song,
knows.
"Party at Ground Zero."
Yeah, dude, they're like a real cool band.
They're a
It's
cool
like,
band. Yeah,
There's like really awesome like full brass instruments. Like sometimes they do a little jazzy, like kind of ska.
Oh.
Okay.
But so, yeah, some of the members of Fishbone were there.
damn, aren't they old?
They're old. Yeah, they're old. And there was this Japanese band called Electric Machine Gun Tits.
This sounds like you're describing a dream.
Dude, it was absolutely bonkers. And then so at 11:45 p.m.
Too late.
finally the Blue Man group goes on to do the Blue Album. But dude, from the first fucking track to that first track on the Blue Album, Elliot.
My name is Rivers. Yes,
That's
classic.
right. And when that song opened, it was just like the whole crowd went nuts, and it was just
That's
like
cool.
they've got the blue
Oh,
makeup
nice.
on. and
Nice.
Wait, did the singer have the glasses on? Please tell me he was wearing the glasses.
No, that you're right. That
Oh.
would have been a good move, probably.
Do you have the
Actually, maybe
video? You have a clip of this?
I do have clips. You guys, you get. I know. I'll send those to Kevin too, so Kevin can inject
Yeah.
them into the video. But here, let me share with you guys, kind of what this was all about.
I literally
gotta
thought
put
you
this
were
in there.
making stuff up. This is
No, this
great.
is real, dude. Look at this. Wait, hold on. Let me turn off my video
That-
Off the
background.
green.
That was rough. Was that?
Oh my god. What if
Cirque
Steve's
wax?
like in a dump?
Dude, it was
He was just on acid tripping.
it was
filming a
like
dumpster.
okay. Here we go. Check this out.
There you go.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's great. Wow.
I love how even on your
Wonderful.
shitty video, I can tell that their shitty bald caps are shitty.
I know.
They're so shitty.
Oh,
You know
that's
what's so funny
Great.
about your description makes me think that they were actually doing Blue Man Group shtick, where they would, it
Yeah.
would be drums,
They'd
it would
have,
be
like,
no talking,
tubes and stuff.
no singing. But no, they're just blue, and they're doing the Blue album.
Yeah, and they had there was like a couple of like PVC pipes that they just like laid out on the stage. Look at this shit.
Aw. You guys are having so much fun.
It was great. It was so stupid. But yeah, I enjoyed that. It was great. And we got out of there at like 1 a.m.
Jesus.
They
That's
did it. They
hardcore.
ended up doing one of the songs they did was a mashup of like a bunch of different Weezer songs. And I was hoping they'd come back and do an encore of Hash Pipe or something like that. Or Frank and Beans.
That sounds really great. I'm glad that you saw that. I'm glad there's people out there doing that.
Dude, it was so fun. But you know what I didn't realize though? The end of the Blue album is like it's time to like take your shoes off and
Chill.
sit back in your recliner and kind of just like let the rest of it kind of soothe you into the end. Do you guys feel that way? Because it's opens so powerfully, and then it just kind of like
relaxes off.
It mellows out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Only in Dreams for sure. I think Holidays though is still a pretty rockin' song, and it comes out like track 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the same as that initial powerful.
The first like 3 or 4 songs are just like they are just 0 to 100, and they're amazing.
Yeah. Except
they all say that. Oh, go ahead.
The world has turned and left me here is like never a song I was able to super get into. It's like the tempo on it is just I want it to be like a little faster or slower or something. It doesn't. I don't know what it is about it. That's
the chorus is it's always like a journey to get to the chorus of that song.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's
Good
where you
stuff,
really
though.
want to be. You want to live in the chorus. That chorus is so fun.
Well, like Rivers is the first one to say like he's a metalhead at heart, right? So that's why their rocking songs make so much sense. Is that he always wanted to just be a hardcore rocker at the end of the day.
I really don't think it got any better than the Blue Album. I don't think
did that
that's a
come
hot
out?
take.
Early 2000s?
I think it was their first album.
No, that was 94.
It was like 93, 94. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Way back in the day. They've been around forever, and they're still dropping bops.
I had never known the name Weezer until Pork and Beans, the YouTube music video came out. I had probably heard their songs, but I didn't know that that's Weezer. That was
my first experience
introduction.
was that Buddy Holly video.
Wow. Yeah.
Just
that was
the Happy Days thing.
Yeah.
Spike
I remember being fascinated by it, and I was like, "Hey, that guy does look like Buddy Holly."
That blew them up, like the blues song
right.
or
He's right.
Undone. Like
Yeah.
I would say, put them on the map. But then the Buddy Holly video blew them up.
Yeah.
Both Spike Jones.
Right now they're doing he's reaching out to people. I don't know if it's for real, but he wants to like redo or do a sequel to Songs from the Black Hole, which is like this concept album that he wrote that later got replaced by Pinkerton, and it's a space opera. And so he's figuring out how to keep it going. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's fun. He's gonna try to like write a play or something to match up with it. Like, that'll be more goofy music.
And he's at a let me write a play, why not time in his life.
Do whatever he wants. God bless him.
We're at an age, sans Kevin, where I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to do a lot. I'm tired.
I know. I don't want to make a rock opera.
I'm tired. And he's what? Is he in his 60s?
He's
50s.
Late 50s?
Late 50s.
Late 50s? Yeah, and he's just they're still just fucking doing it.
Do you think those half Japanese girls still do it to him every time?
He's 52. Okay.
He's 52? Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, that's not so bad.
But Scott Schreiner, the bassist, is 57. That's nearing 60.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes, it is. Good job.
So they're the real geezer now. Now they are geezer.
They are.
Yeah. That was like my favorite. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they could have just put a H after the W and went with that for their band name.
Dude, I really thought it was like when I first heard their name, I was like, is that from like because you're wheezing when you breathe or something? Or
No, I'm talking about the old person cover band. They went with Geezer. I think they could have went Weezer.
Oh, I see, I see. You probably just can't do that. You probably can't call yourself phonetically the same name as a band.
Pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Who's there?
I just want to remind you guys, I will be out next week for school, but when I come back, I will have played, and all of us will likely have played Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, we'll at least have gotten started. Yeah,
Somebody's excited.
I'm very excited.
I know. Joe,
Isn't that
are you a
4
day
days?
one buyer of a game like that?
No.
Yeah. You wait a little while. You don't. You're not.
It's literally just because I'm just a bad planner. It'll eventually get to my place at some point.
Is
I already
there
have
a
it
world
downloaded.
where you would buy that day one?
If I felt like I had the time to play it, I feel like a little guilty, like of it just sitting there waiting for my attention, and then once I gave it attention, I would feel guilty that I was giving it attention and not my work or family.
And also, it would just look like $60 sitting there. And you're like, damn, that's a $60 I guess I could have used.
But it looks so fun and so cool and so magical.
I might just justify that by streaming some of it or something.
Yeah, do it. Let me watch.
Yeah. Kevin, you're not gonna I know Ellie's getting it day one.
Ellie's getting it, so I'll be watching her play it as well.
But you won't be able to see it. Are you gonna play yourself, Kevin?
I could, but I feel in the same boat as Joe.
Why don't you guys get over it? Why don't you guys get over it and play a magical game?
Yeah, get over it. Play it when you get home from work.
Do what I do and go to class for 8 hours and then go in your dorm room and then play your video game like a normal 36-year-old man.
Smoke weed.
And smoke weed and take an edible like a normal adult.
Oh, you're doing that thing again. You're actually going to school where you're like on campus.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't that
fun.
crazy?
Is it nice? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Yeah, it's very pretty.
Do they give you a roommate? Do you have a dorm mate?
God, no. But you are very close to people. It is like the floor is like that industrial tile with there's like gaps between the front door so you can hear everybody, and the room is the size maybe smaller than this place. It is tiny.
Whoa.
There's no bathroom. You have to use a public bathroom, public shower.
Whoa.
It's really gnarly.
Communal, baby.
Yeah.
Back to college.
We all shower
Really
together.
preparing you for the world outside.
Exactly. With the world outside where you're always showering with people.
Where the door is just not closed all the way ever. Kevin, how are you, man? Anything you want to drop in the mix? What have you been up to? You just been busy.
What's the deal with the parking ticket?
Boy? Well,
Yeah, what are you
that
why
actually
are
I
you
got
negligent?
when I was parked at Mike's the other day, Steve. $73.
Damn, I know.
There goes my good karma
I get mad
from that
about
fucking
it.
wallet.
Yeah.
I
I
get mad
saved
about
somebody's life, Joe.
Just come park at my house.
I could probably. It's
Come
the
park
same
at my place and we'll walk
distance.
together.
You found a wallet and you returned it?
And then they gave me a thank you card with a coffee.
Oh,
gift
yeah.
card in it.
Did you find out
That's
how
a good
much?
story.
Isn't that nice?
It is small
nice.
potatoes though,
don't
as
know
far
yet.
as
I
karma
haven't used
goes.
it.
Wait, how much cold hard cash was in the wallet?
Oh, it was a fat wallet. I don't know. I didn't count the cash, but there was definitely
That's
cash in there, and
nice.
it was fat.
That's nice that you didn't count it or anything.
You can download the app, upload your gift card, and let us know as quickly as you
I
want.
did try that, and I cannot find where to upload the gift card. So that's why I have not.
Oh, that's
learned
awful.
how much it is. It is awful, and
Oh.
I might
I
return
hope-
it to him.
I
so
hope
sorry.
the gift card says
$1.
so it's like you have $3.25 left on this $30 gift card.
That's nice.
Wait, so how did you return it? Did you look in? You
Well-
guys already talked about this. I'm sorry.
You
Well,
should
to
listen
give you
to the
quick.
episode.
I listened. I looked into the wallet, found the name, was gonna return it to the leasing office. They weren't there, so then I knew that this couple lives upstairs. So I went upstairs, started searching for packages at the on
This
the
is a
doorsteps.
porno.
And then-
this is a porno.
This is where they went with it too. And then matched the name and knocked on the door. I did
then
some
got-
sleuthing.
And then you got raw dogged. Congratulations.
Right. Well, we found out that the guy was a sex trafficker and his wife was in the
Are you in Central America right now? Are you in trouble?
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
I'm fine.
He's fine. He has one kidney left. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need, baby.
Can I do a shameless plug real quick that involves Kevin actually?
Only if you make it shameful.
Okay, should I pull my nipple out? Can I show my nipple here? So Kevin and I and Mike
I know what
Falzone are going to Portland, or we're going to Oregon next week.
Nice.
We're
5
going to
days.
Salem, a place called Salem, Oregon.
Oh yeah.
We're doing a
of it.
Dynamic Banter live show, and Kevin's going to be there. And then Kevin and I, what day is that? That's the 12th, May 12th? Friday, May 12th. If you're anywhere near there, you should come check out Mike and I doing Dynamic Banter live. It'll be a fun time. And then, but Kevin and I are going to have maybe a little bit of time in Portland. And we were thinking of going to maybe shoot a little something for some content while we're there.
Whoa.
We're trying to think of like maybe some things that we could do in Portland, right, Kevin?
That's right.
What are you thinking? Because I've heard something about underground
Businesses.
tours of the underground of.
You can go down underneath the city.
Yeah. And did you know about this? You actually can.
Okay.
And I think we should go, Kevin, and see what's down there.
I'm gonna have my camera. We're gonna
All right.
do it.
I have a pitch.
Okay.
You do a video
Okay.
called Cuck Hunt.
Yeah.
and you're dressed like the dog from Duck
Actually,
Hunt.
stop there. I'm in. I'm doing it.
You're dressed as the dog from Duck Hunt.
Right.
And you're just running around throwing cans of beans at those liberal cucks in Oregon.
Yes, dude.
Finally. Every time you knock one out, you laugh like the dog from Duck Hunt.
Yeah. And then duck down.
Dude, that would be good, Joe. I would watch every minute of that video. That would be the funniest. Cuck hunt.
I haven't been to Portland since pre-pandemic, and now I don't know what it's like there. I don't know if it's gonna be dirty and run down.
Well, I would suggest something to do with the tunnel thing. The underground thing sounds great. I would love for you to find an actual, I don't know, witch, someone who clearly survived the trials.
That's what I'm saying.
And ask how they did it.
Yeah, and where's the best place to go to learn about the trials? Like, where did it all go down? That's what we're hoping we'll find
underground. Yeah, underground is where we're hoping we're gonna discover some of this shit.
I love that you think the Salem witch trials happened in Oregon.
Did they not?
I was actually I was telling Mike. I said
it was over on the East Coast.
No, but it was in Massachusetts. But I was telling
Salem, Massachusetts.
But Elliot, I was telling Mike, I was like, we should say that when we start the show that like whenever we go to a new place, we do a lot of research on their on the city, and we do a bunch of Salem witch trials.
Yeah, like a lot though.
Yeah, like we lean way into
30 minutes.
Like we ask the audience if anyone's related to any of the witches from the witch trials.
Yeah,
it's very fun.
Just keep bringing it up and upsetting the crowd.
It looked like you went into Elliot's going to say something mode. Can we all shut up to hear it?
I think, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how many times I associated that Salem with the witches as opposed to the others.
Whoa.
And how
so
probably
you're familiar
a lot.
with Salem, Oregon.
How many pickles I've gotten into that I wasn't aware of.
Are you familiar with Salem, Oregon? Like you've been or something?
Absolutely not.
What
if Elliot was like, I got to change my whole dissertation now?
Well,
yeah, this is going to be really awkward.
But when would you ever get it confused unless like no one would ever know you weren't referring to Salem, Massachusetts.
Unless he was like, those goddamn Oregon witches.
Yeah. Unless you were very specific about Oregon.
I know anytime I brought up the Salem witch trials, I usually go, from Oregon.
You know those Oregon ones? Yeah. Your TED Talk had a whole half hour on it.
It was a lot. Dedicated a lot of time to that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've
so much.
Somehow. Yeah, that'll be fun, man. I mean, if you guys are doing the whole thing and making content, you should still definitely go underground and go to one of those Oregon crystal shops where they have all the new age shit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm associating because they're witchy. They're still witches over there.
They are. There is a lot of new agey.
Can you get one of those devices that they use on ghost hunters?
Whoa, like an EKG or something. One of those
I think I have that on my watch.
We'll run them. We'll run them while we go down into the underground. See if we can find anything.
No. You bring it to the show and you try to suss out some of those Oregon witches with a ghost hunting machine.
Audience, yeah. Is there any ghosts in the audience?
That's why Joe's a producer.
If there's any ghosts here, you legally have to tell us.
Oh man, witches are ghosts. Ghosts are witches.
Witches are kind of ghosts.
Literally,
a type of ghost.
Steve, just so you're aware, there is a ghost hunting equipment handheld EMF meter that is available on Prime, 1-day shipping for $25.
What? Will you send me that link? Put it in our text thread.
Hold on,
that's really funny.
I found one for $22. We'll keep you updated on the price.
I'm just glad they made it affordable because there's so many ghosts out there that we need to suss out.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that there's competition out there with ghost products, ghost hunting products. This one really worked. I found my dead aunt.
I really haven't seen if it truly
Period.
detects ghosts, but it does work, and it's very good quality.
Those are the reviews. I've yet to see if it works, but it's great. It's a great product.
Jesus.
How are you supposed to review something like that?
There is a high
Doesn't
amount.
work.
There's a high amount of electromagnetic field in my dining room, and I can't figure out what is causing it. There are lower amount all over my apartment, but never get it at zero lights. Is it manufacturing, or am I in a high-level EMF location? I will go to other locations and test it out. Wow!
If you hit translate on that, it just says "I'm afraid of death."
Do you think anybody's done the bit where they go into a church with one of those and say that they're trying to find Jesus?
That's very funny. But like do it on Easter.
On a Sunday.
All right, where is he? Coming with the Ghostbusters, like the Ghostbusters proton pack.
Where is he?
That's it. That sounds like something Eric Andre would do.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Bust into a church with and start destroying everything.
Just
Fires and
Find him.
throws the trap right under the crucifix with Jesus.
God, that's so good.
maybe they kill the priest by accident.
Man.
Guys, any big weekend plans?
I don't have a kitchen.
It's over.
Yeah,
So you don't have a kitchen. What are you doing for the rest of your Sunday?
Nothing. Working.
Nothing.
It's just chilling, huh?
Yeah, same, Kevin. Working.
Yeah,
Working. All
Boom.
right. Well, sometimes work never ends. Did you know that?
That's what they say.
That looks like a butt.
Dude,
That looks
I
like
was
a butt.
just
If you
thinking
bring-
the same thing.
Bring it close and it looks like a butt, kind of.
Dude.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should get on Omegle. Get on Omegle and just go to, just do that. And let's see what everyone's fist butt looks like.
Skillshare.
Whoa.
What does it look like when I open it up a little?
Joe's is getting.
Oh wow,
Joe's
risque.
is prolapsing.
Oh, gross.
Now make it
Kevin.
prolapse.
Save it
There
for
it
your
is.
neighbors.
What's
Poor
happening
neighbors.
here?
Oh my God! It's like Star Wars.
Why
it's like
does
that back of that
Yeah, it
woman's
looks
head.
like a face. It looks like Star Wars. Fuck, what's that character? That's so funny.
It's like
You need to
Max
draw a
Rebo.
face.
Oh, gross, Joe. Yours is infected.
We should spit.
Oh.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this super
bless
highbrow podcast. And thank you for watching to see what the hell we are doing with our hands at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Check that out on the YouTube, baby.
Kind of look like our knuckles look like butts.
Let's see what they all look like. Everybody put your knuckles up.
I think Rhett and Link did that the first week they made videos.
We're catching up.
We are catching up. All right, well, guys, anything else you want to plug or say? Or
No, man, that's it.
Thanks,
That's
everybody.
it.
Joe, you working hard over there at React, making content?
I make a lot of videos. I
Yeah,
make
you
a
just-
lot. I worked with AJ from Backstreet Boys.
Oh shit!
How was that?
He was AJ from Backstreet Boys. He was fine. He was great.
Cool.
He gave us a lot of time, and he was funny, and he was very very generous with his storytelling, which is
That's
always
good.
something that you want in that type of situation.
Love that. Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
job.
Bye.
All right, well, guys, thanks so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Well, what do you want? We're done. It's done.